Hi, I'm Emma Scanlan and I'm Chief Executive of the Chain of Hope charity. I'd like to welcome you to a very special week, which is our Volunteers Week. Volunteers are close to the heart of the Chain of Hope charity. Chain of Hope was founded by Sir Magdi Yaqub in 1996 to help children suffering from heart disease from all over the world. And we rely incredibly heavily on a chain of volunteers, as the name suggests. Volunteering is extremely close to my heart, and I've been asked to kick off this week to speak about my own personal experience. Many of you may not know this, but I started with Chain of Hope as a volunteer. My father had a heart condition and he was treated. I was fortunate enough to be in England. He was fortunate enough to be a British citizen. So he had the advantage of the NHS, which saved his life, and he had a triple heart bypass. As a thank you, I wanted to help raise money for those less fortunate from all over the world. And back in 1997-98, we organised a few volunteer events to help raise money for the Chain of Hope charity. After that, I got involved in the charity as a fundraiser, and that's taken me to where I am today over a series of different roles. And there's nothing more rewarding than helping the children that we treat and see some of the developments over the years of how the countries have moved forward in their progression from Aswan in Egypt to Ethiopia to Jamaica, where we've helped develop the first ever dedicated cardiac unit for the Children's Hospital, to Mozambique and Uganda and other countries around the world. Volunteers are central to the work here at Chain of Hope. From the doctors in the countries that we try to support, for the referring the children and the doctors and nurses who we help to develop services, to the airlines who hopefully donate tickets, to the medical escorts who transport the children across the world to different referral centres that we work with for emergency treatment, to the medical committee who give their time and resource to help us approve children for treatment and to help provide management and diagnostic expertise to countries. I think one of my favourite memories of volunteering myself would have probably been when I first started with the charity volunteering, and the Princess of Wales was then supporting the children, and she actually came to the hospital to visit one of the first children that the charity treated at the Harefield Hospital. There was a little girl from Mozambique who had been flown over at that time for a heart surgery that she couldn't get in her own country. And the Princess of Wales came to support other volunteers who were hosting the child in their home and providing support during and after the stay. That's a very poignant memory, and it was very inspirational to not just myself as a volunteer, but to the trustees, the staff, and other volunteers in the organisation at that time. So this Volunteers Week, we'd really like to shine the spotlight on our amazing volunteers, from our medical teams to include our nurses, our volunteer surgeons, our medical escorts, to our safeguarding advisors, to our trustees who also work tirelessly as volunteers, to our incredible fundraising committees, all of you who really enable this work to happen and to help us save lives around the world. A huge thank you. We need you. We need our volunteers. We value you. Thank you so much.